Time to dream. Hey, what's the word? Welcome back to, well, I was going to say another episode of Sunday Sidecar, but it's definitely not Sunday, and this is not a sidecar. Although we do have a little bear for us for the evening. Anyway, hey, it's been a minute, a hot minute, and a cold minute if you're from a place like I am. But yeah, last we left off, it was the final Sunday sidecar of Tuesday Uke Day 2025, and that was more than a year ago. Now we're in 2026. It is April Fool's Day, and since it's a day for fools like me, I thought I would drop a little special foolish tracks for you, a foolish playlist or whatever you want to call it. And it's here for y'all. This is the Au jus je ne sais quoi of the beef death of the universe. Then we got a little yapping here to go along with some yakking, the uke yakking, and just kind of going to run through some of the songs and just kind of catch up with y'all. I know you're all eagerly wondering what happened to Uke Brute. Well, Uke Brute's still been brutalizing the uke, as you can see from the tracks above. I'm guessing this is going to be the last video of the playlist. We'll see. But yeah, I got done with the Tuesday Uke Day and started a different project. It's not this. Don't worry, I won't subject you to any of this. Probably won't. But I wasn't really had any time for the uke during that other project I was working on last year. Wrapped it up at the end of the year, and was eyeing the old baby here, and was like, hey, you gotta get going. Let's get some ditties cranking. And so that's what we have in this this playlist of the Au jus je ne sais quoi of the beef death of the universe. The first song on the playlist, Wake Up, It's Time to, well, My Brain, My Body, and Me. That one was actually written at the very tail end of Tuesday Uke Day, one of the final songs, just kind of like an off-ramp song that was just kind of still in the groove. But I never got around to publishing it here, so until today, A Day for Fools. It's a pretty straightforward song. We all got the brain telling us what to do, our body doing something completely different, and then we're just kind of in the middle. Our persona is kind of like, hey guys, can't we all just get along? No such thing. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, fun song. The rest of the songs on this list were actually just written in the past couple months, since, well, one or two of them were written throughout the year last year, but very slowly and just kind of like in piecemeal pieces. But the vast majority of these songs have been in the past month. A lot of them you can tell too, they all have like the same kind of vibe, because there's like a lot of G's and a lot of F's. And there are a lot of pinky drops on that C. However, I do that a lot. I don't know if it's a crutch, maybe it's a signature sound. It's probably more like a crutch. But, nothing wrong with the crutch at all. Tiny Tim rocked the crutch, really cool. But it's got like that little, like, orange and brown, because, G's an orange. It's an orange letter. It's got an orange sound. And then F is such a brown letter, and it's got a brown sound. A lot of C's tossed in, but so it's kind of like a little era of similar sounds. But yeah, so we got down to the next one. The magic has begun. It's just kind of like when you're at the bottom of the barrel, the last well of hope that you can pull out. And that's when the magic happens. That's when you can really make things work, when you have nothing else to lose, and when nothing is as it seems, no clues to sleep. Yeah, I thought it was a cool song. I like it. Just uplifting in a way, I guess. And we get to the mud months. Depending on where you're living, this is the mud months, all day long. This one, and this song is, uses this one strum. risky for me, but I'm trying to pull it off. Just really like the sound of this one in a lot of ways. And so often in these songs, like I just, you gotta try it so many different times. Record it, re-record, and it's just so tough to get it the way you want it to get it. But you guys know how it goes, especially when you hit that big red button. It never goes right. But you don't wait on the weather, won't make nothing better. So you just can't wait. Gotta do it, get it done, even if it is just for the fools like us today. But yeah, rose bush in a cornfield. And I came across a phrase at one point. I had the song. This is actually I wrote even further into 2025. Maybe like September, October. I was working on it, and I had just. And I had the refrain too, just musically. I didn't have it. But I came across this phrase, a rose bush in a cornfield is nothing but a common weed, and it just really stuck with me. I don't know how it was phrased, but that's kind of how it came along, and because it is, it's just a common weed. No one cares. You want that spot to grow corn if you have a cornfield, but you need some beauty, and sometimes that beauty is what needs to feed you. It needs to feed your soul, and if you're a fan of David Foster Wallace and Westward Empire takes its course, and you want to eat some roses. Sometimes you want to eat some roses, right? That's the whole thing. But yeah, just about, sometimes you have to stand out and you have to be that rose bush in the cornfield. Then we get to outside of Reno. Came up with that, and it was just like the lyrics just kind of spilled out, because what else are you gonna sing about for that kind of riff? It's about some kind of like dusty ochre spot outside of Reno in the desert, some Nevada desert, Danced and laughed like damn good, but danced and laughed like damn good actors. Silly little puppets in the rafters. That's my favorite part of the song, the silly little puppets in the rafters. And then, yeah, because that's what, you go to those quiet spots up there and you just, it's just business as usual. Talk about, I've never been to any place like that. Never been. When I drove through Reno, Sparks, all out there, yeah. Well, this is just kind of based purely off the sound, and you wanted to talk about some, weird spot, a little casino, Ain't got poker, ain't got keno, just some folks and wild palominos. Palominos are horses. I know you guys already knew that. You're very smart. As an excuse, let's just say it, an excuse to write a song. Actually, now that I think about it, it wasn't even the original title, or the title was always just You Say One Thing. That's what I went back to as an excuse now, but now that I think about it, it was just like a quick, really simple excuse to write a song, I guess. Yeah. You say one thing, then do another. You say two things, but I know better. Can use a muse as an excuse. Just a simple song that just came to me and wanted to write it. Speaking of a song that just came to me and I wanted to write, man, Plastics in My Ball Sack. This one, Yeah. One of these ones I just wrote recently, I like the use of yeah, I don't even know. Like it's just something about this song. Maybe the Chris, rising, melody as it goes. Just yeah, it just kind of gets me pumped up. But plus, it's a fun song to sing. Yeah, not much more to say about it other than got a bunch of plastics in my ball sack and we're all fucked. But hey, I don't need your sympathy, don't need nobody to save me. Unless you know someone who can get plastics out of my ball sack, that can probably be pretty helpful. And yeah. Next song, we gotta brainwash myself. I ate all my ulcers. Um, yeah, just thought it was a cool riff and wanted to write something that matched it. So, what are you gonna do? You eat your ulcers. You're gonna blame somebody else for all of your misfaults and your misdeeds, and you're gonna brainwash yourself. Sometimes, in this, hyper cleanliness society, you think a lot of people would want to brainwash themselves. Yeah, just scrub it out, get all the bad stuff out, and get going again. But I guess it really only works if you brainwash yourself. If somebody else brainwashes you, kind of screwed. Unless they brainwash you with like some like really cool smart skills, and then you become like a blackjack, savant or something. That'd be cool. Can you do that? I think it's still just brainwashing yourself. It's called education. Learn yourself something. Then we got the human domino. This one I like as well. I wrote this one in a single afternoon one day. The day after daylight saving, or the day after daylight savings time. Day after daylight savings time. The day after daylight savings time. But yeah, I just came up with this one really quick. What's crazy was later this night, I wrote this in the afternoon, kind of got it done like in the evening, or it was a Sunday. That night I got really sick. Food poisoning, I think, probably from eating pizza for like 3 meals in a row beforehand. Yeah, so, you take a little, or you get a little, back and forth. But that's just, life as the human domino. Not that this is, autobiographical or anything, just that's what you have to go through as the human domino. Um, I just really like this refrain too. Cause I just know from a ghost that I'm a human domino. What that is, I don't know. Cause I'm a human domino. Whoa, 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 whoa. The little whoa, whoa is supposed to be the ghost. Telling you you're the human domino. But it's just about, the mysticism of extra time and the manipulating that extra time that you have at your disposal, and just how it could be used for you or against you. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Because do you really want a ghost telling you that you're a human domino? I don't know, man. Might get you into some trouble. All right, then we got the last couple songs here, and a random million miles away, and like This Will Be Down Your Tweet. I wasn't even sure if I really wanted to put these on the playlist at all, because I really don't feel like that. I mean, trust me, I know everything's brutal as hell around here, but even this one, it just still, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it came together as well as, I don't know, I still like it, but it's, Ran a million miles away, never had a reason to stay. Hauling ass harder than your pickup trucks. Yeah, it's got some good stuff to it, but I decided to keep it because it came out a little better than I thought it would. And so, it's got that going for it. I do like the refrain, except that I didn't really nail it that well. But I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm gonna roam. But I had the other reason is because I also had the other alternate version of it is a little slower, slightly slower, but I know you've been missing me like this old weed on the tweed. You got that itch in me, but I got autonomy. So it's just a little not sure which way to go with that one either. So I got them both up. Just why not? I'm probably not going to spend much more time trying to figure it out or working on them any further. So just thought I'd toss them on and, we'll be done with that. But yeah, this was just the some new songs, some new ditties, as brutal as always. I got a couple other ones I was trying to fit in, but, didn't really make it in. Maybe I'll play a little bit for you here too. Just little bonus tracks here on this Yapping Yak, for the Je ne sais quoi of the beef death of the universe. So. Blasted on the sidewalk, no time to talk. I'm gonna go where the flowers grow, dance around in the marigolds. Enter to escape, no death exits. I'm gonna dance in the broken coats, mess around in marigolds. But anyway, I know you got better things to do. But anyway, I know you got better things to do. And so that's pretty much all I got for that one. That's why I didn't really include it. I do like it though, so I might keep working on it. Keep your eyes out on my, revisit this, But anyway, I know you got better things to do. But anyway, I know you got better things to do. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these April Foolish brute ditties. Yeah, thank you for your time. Check back soon for another ditty from